Hey guys, welcome back and/or to my channel. So I've been noticing a ton of new updates going on with my plants, a lot of new leaves and a lot of new foliage, which is a leaf. But I just thought I'd pick up my camera and start showing you guys a few things that are going on with my plants at the moment. I haven't done one of these videos in quite a while because honestly there hasn't been too much like new or good things happening with my plants. There's been a lot of dead and dying things, so it's nice and refreshing to see some new happy plants, some new growth, and I'm excited to share that with you guys and get out of the sad dead era that my channel has entered. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump over to the new things and new updates. And not everything will be a good update, but there'll be a lot of good. There'll be a lot of good in this video. So first off, I have a new little elbow leaf coming. I'm trying to find a good little situation to show you without exposing too much of everything. There's a new leaf. Gosh, this is just horrible lighting. Maybe this will be better. Okay, yeah, so here. There's a new leaf coming in right there. Doing really, really well. I did find some thrips on this little guy, which is very unfortunate, but I'm just happy that he is putting out a new leaf. Something I'm really, really excited for is not this Frydek, even though he's doing pretty good, but right over here. That's right. My Hoya clemensorium is finally putting out some new growth. Very, very excited about that. I got him attached to this like little orchid trellis that I have, and I put him in some soil, but he's putting out a new little spot right there. I'm so excited to see that. I was curious as to when or if he would ever do anything for me, so I'm really glad that he is doing something. I think I've had this for a month or two, so yay. I'm glad he's not dying. My Hoya Bellas, told you guys that they've been battling spider mites. They're finally regrowing. This one is doing much better than this one over here. This one keeps yellowing off and dying, the new leaves do. But some of them are staying around. So I think I missed one watering on the plants, so I fixed that, watered them now. But they've got a lot of, the new growth has yellowed and dried off a lot, so hoping that amends itself pretty quick. I had been struggling for a little while with my philodendron mame. The leaves had been coming in and just like halfway coming out, and the other half wouldn't unravel, and then it would deteriorate, and then the whole leaf would just completely rot, and I would lose a leaf out of it. But looks like I finally got this guy under control. He's in soil now. I did have him in leca for a really long time, and I moved him back to soil, and I think he's much, much happier. I got a new growth right there, and this leaf looks so much better than it did. And right in front of him is my Monstera alba, one of the three. And this was the newest leaf that came out, and then this was the newest leaf. And I'm excited for it to pop open. When my friend Kelly was over, I took a cutting of my philodendron glorious, and it is putting out some nice new growth right there. I always think that it's interesting that the growth comes from like down in the leaf, kind of like you can't see the nodes because they're underneath the leaves. So it's very interesting to see it grow from the leaf like that. Up here I have a little bit of a sad update. I don't know, let me see if I can zoom you in. No, I don't know, it won't focus. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so this micans up here has thrips on it, unfortunately. You can see them right there. It's not all throughout the plant, thank goodness, so it's probably going to be pretty salvageable, but I will have to do some sort of pest treatment on here. I noticed that like the regular green heteroecium was coming out like this, and I was like, that looks like variegation, but it's actually not, it's just damage. And it just like made me look closer, and then I saw all these little white dots, and I was like, oh goody, thrips. I decided to put this Monstera up against the wall here. I don't know how in the world I managed to like bump this leaf like this, but I did. But this new leaf looks like it's gonna be like really, really pretty. I don't want to mess with it too much, but it's like almost like half. And I'm excited to see how it does, because I think I've mentioned on here before, and this plant likes to do like really mottled and also really white, so it's due for another really white leaf. And this was the really white leaf before it, and I love it. I think it looks gorgeous. My Hoya multiflora is doing really, really good lately. She's got a lot of new growth. She's very, very thick with leaves. Dense is what I mean to say. Yeah, but she's doing really, really well. I'm excited that this plant is thriving. Philodendron Atabapoense Bilietiae hybrid is doing good. Finally got some new leaf. Finally got a new leaf after what seems like it's been a while. But I'm just taking better care of my plants these days. And so I'm getting rewarded with a lot of new growth. And I'm so excited. I'm so here for that. Max, they're still doing really well. These, the watermelon peperomia, Erdicidia. Yeah, I think it's doing really good. I need to move it out, but too lazy, too lazy. But they still look so pretty. My little succulent arrangement is doing well. My one and only air plant is growing. I never thought that I would see the day where I would have an air plant grow for me. Like, that is so cool. I literally just spritz it with a little bit of water, like once every like 2 weeks or so, give or take. And I just let it air dry. And then I set it right back over here. And that's where she sits, right next to the window. String of hearts. Babies are doing good. These are the ones that I seed propagated. They're doing really, really well. Starting to really fill out in here. This is just absolutely gunky and disgusting, and I should do something about that. Alright, and here is my prop box. My philodendron melanochrysum is doing really well. Rehabbing quite nicely in here. The foliage just looks stunning, and it's got a nice new leaf coming out right there. I really want to move it out, but I also don't, because I know it's not going to be as happy not inside this little oasis that I have for it. This guy is taking up the whole entire prop box. Just like, look at that. All over. Little Serpens is doing good. Amedrium zippel. I call it a zippilanium, but I know that's not the exact pronunciation. Doing so freaking well in here. I love amedriums. I think they're so cool. These little guys that Harley sent me are doing okay. This one's doing good. This one has a new little baby. I'll show you it. Look how cute it is. Nice new little baby right there. Little baby right there. My cat is crying. Hopefully you guys can't hear that. And I have my Raven ZZ baby right there. Some more melanochrysum wet sticks. Hoya lacinosa splash. And a black pagoda lipstick plant. So yeah, everything's doing pretty good in here. Isn't that the babiest leaf you ever did see? It's my Hoya imbricata. Yep. My mother philodendron micans is doing just outstanding. I freaking love this plant. I just love how lush and thick she is. Love the leaves. My lacinosa is also nice and lush and just having a freaking blast. I ended up throwing away my mother plant of this albosingonium, and I just have this little baby left because the mother, I think I said in my last video in throwing away dead plants, that if that newest leaf didn't unravel, then I was going to throw it away. And well, it rotted, so now I just am left with this little guy. So hopefully he makes it. This is, I'm sorry about the lighting in here, it just sucks. But this is my main philodendron scomiferum. Got a new growth right there, and then also another new baby coming out right there. Ori is demanding to be in the footage, aren't you? Demanding it. And here is my Hoya polyneura. I had a full plant of this well, this is my full plant of my Hoya polyneura, but I decided that I wanted to, whoa, almost dropped the light in here. I decided I wanted to completely like chop it up and put it in there like node by node and actually have a nice full Hoya. So that is what I'm doing right there. I just completely chopped it all the way back, and I'm just hoping for a nice full pot of Hoya polyneura. If you look over here, my this was the main stick of my philodendron mame, and she is growing back some new foliage right here. It's so tiny. Let me see if I can zoom in. Here we go. Yeah, so tiny and delicate. And here is my Atabapoense newest leaf. It's doing very, very good. Over here is a little thing that I will show you guys in a later video. A medium silver. This is the newest little Sarawak leaves. Here's some more Melanochrysums and a pretty new little splendid leaf. Probably like one of the last of my splendids. And over here, I don't know if I really showed you guys, but this is my philodendron lupinum, and it is doing very, very, very well. Got this from Harley. It's doing great in here. It's getting close to the top, so gonna have to think about doing something with him pretty soon. And over here is my philodendron Florida Ghost. Very, very ghostly. Maybe a little bit of green should start coming out pretty soon, hopefully. Yeah, other than that, it's doing pretty well. And then right over here, we have the very rare and elusive Sassy, the Siamese cat. First in her name. Very, very hard to capture, very rare, very hot commodity, this one. Be very lucky in order to capture one of these plants because they don't come around very often. Also, the care on them, you know, isn't really that high, but there are specific times of the day where this plant really needs a lot of your attention. It'll almost be like it comes to you and shows how much attention it needs by like getting in your lap almost. Like, I know it's very unique for plants, but you know, this is a very one of a kind plant. Not very many people have one. I think I'm the only one that has one. Very, very rare. All right, and then over here, my Thai constellation is Preggers. I'm so happy that she's doing well. This is the previous leaf, which is much smaller than the leaf that she came with. So hopefully this one will be a little bit bigger. You can just see this little tiny little nubbin. And then over here, my Forgetii, let me see if I can zoom out, is flowering and also putting out a new leaf all at once. Very trying to be a big multitasker, just an overachiever, huh? My Warrock is doing really good. Leaf feels really good. This one feels okay, but I'm taking much better care of this guy than I was. Hoya compacta variegata. It's got a lot of new growth coming in. See him right there. Not a whole lot going on from him or from my Dorayaki. Yeah, not a whole lot going on. My Macrophylla latifolia is doing good, but he has a new growth right there. I cut my Sulawesi for Kelly to give her a fun little guy, and it's got a new growth point coming in on the side right there. So I guess this part is just gonna die off. Got some Hoya Bella cuttings. These little new growth points were rooting inside the water, so it's not surprising to me that it's yellowing like that. But some of them are doing good. That one's doing good. This little orchid right here has some new growth on it. I'm very excited about that. I thought I wasn't doing very good with him, and then all of a sudden I noticed those little growths right there coming out, and I was like, yay! My Anthurium Magnificum is just doing he's just very poorly right now, so hopefully things will pick back up for him pretty soon. Carrii is rooting up a storm back there. My Australis Lisa is so happy to be in my cabinet. She's never looked as full and lush as she has now. I don't know what is going on with my medium silver. It's like discoloring and it's turning really brown. I have no idea what is causing this. Like the bottom leaf is doing the exact same thing. And also my my main philodendron adapoense is doing something like this. New growth looks fine, but it's like the older growth is just like doing this like really strange browning. Like the back of the leaf looks fine, but I don't know if it's getting burnt or if it's just like a feed problem. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys have any tips. This guy just refuses to grow. I'm so close to just throwing him in the trash, but I mean, he's still alive, obviously. And I'm just gonna like keep holding on. Maybe, just maybe, he'll put out some new growth at some point. Like, it's killing me. He's been like this for forever. I've cut him like 2 times, and he still just refuses to grow for me. And then I've got these little Micans props. Look at this little teeny tiny baby. He's cute. This string of hearts is super tangled, and that's just because Ori like pulled on it one day and knocked it over, and then it was just a mess. But it's doing really, really good since it's like regrown out. It was like all the way up here, and now it's grown all the way down. My old xoxo is probably going to be going into LECA today. I have been rejuvenated and really, really wanting to go back to my LECA days. I really miss playing with LECA. I have been like binging Caitlin from Plant Life in the Tropics. Been binging her. No, Ori, that's how it happened last time. No. What a little bad baby. She is so bad. But I've been binging her videos, and I'm just like, why don't I use LECA anymore? And I'm really missing it. So I think I'm gonna put him in LECA soon. He's got a new little leaf coming in right there. But yeah, I think I'm gonna put him in LECA. So last but certainly not least, I have this like giant bird's nest fern, or crocodile fern, excuse me. And it was not this big. Like, it is huge right now. And I got this in a like Thanksgiving, a Friendsgiving, like little gift winning thing. I don't know what you would call it. But I won it, and I was very afraid because I'm horrible with ferns. Like, I like this plant. I think it's really cool. But I was like, oh, it's a fern. I'm probably going to kill it because that's all I've ever done with ferns is killed them. But it's actually doing really, really well. And I'm very surprised. Happy, excited, but also very surprised. But I think that's really all the plant updates that I have for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for watching and subscribing and commenting, liking, and a special thank you to my members out there. I really appreciate you guys giving me that extra channel support. You guys mean a lot to me. Love talking to you guys over on the Discord. If you're a channel member and you haven't made it over to the Discord, don't forget to go over to my community page and just click on the Discord link there and join our little fun community where we talk about plants and everything else. But I think that's going to be it for today. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.